I'm probably gonna hug Robbie naked. It's fine.
Uh,
Yeah, because
awkward.
when you get disintegrated, your clothes disintegrate.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that disintegrate means exactly what they say it means?
I
Damn
know,
it,
right?
right?
Them bastards.
It's a rough one. Because we did Power Word Kill too, which is a 9th level spell, top level. That just kills somebody, but it leaves their body, so you can still bring them back. Disintegrate is 6th level spell. Boom. Nothing you can do. You have to use another 9th level spell to try to resurrect those people.
Jesus.
Or a god, if you
Which
have
you
one.
haven't.
Did that get weird and complicated then with the second time Arvstan died?
The second time he died
That he was like
in
double
the
dead?
bird, it did. Do you remember?
I know the diamonds were weird and we were just like,
Yeah, what the fuck
oh.
happened?
The
It took
diamonds
him longer to
rotted.
bounce back properly.
Yeah, it did take me a little bit. Did now that it's out, did Sequis had to do with reviving me that time again or no?
Not really, but the spell doesn't necessarily make you undead in the strictest sense, because healing spells and stuff still work on you. They're not supposed to work on undead people.
Okay.
It just makes you dead. That's why mushrooms like you.
Oh, out.
Ah.
Aw, they just wanted to be your friend.
And
Oh
decompose
no.
you.
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
a
fuck them shrooms.
cycle of life.
Fuck them shrooms. Not often you hear that.
Not really.
I think you hear it more often than people talking about other flora. It's more than like
Fauna.
fuck them flowers.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about fantasy drugs.
Kind of was. Gonna give you guys telepathy, so that's kind of like a
Huh.
drug side effect.
That was pretty cool though.
That's very true.
Well, this is
That was
episode 91. This one's called There Is No Good Time.
God damn.
Last time we were split between the living and the dead. We had half of our party as ghosts talking to other ghosts through sign language. Well, not actually sign language because there was no like universal understanding of what the different signs meant, but trying to converse non-verbally. We had the other half exploring Sequus's ship in the real world. Found a lot of money. That was one big thing. Some oils, which they were looking for, but eventually understood to be an attempt at a reincarnate spell, um, which proved unnecessary. They found that the golems that Sequus had raised to crew his ship passed with him. When he left, they all collapsed into corpses. But Sequus's horse did not follow suit and is still up on the deck, out and about. Through the course of talking to some of the spirits on the ship, including Warden Hand, who is Sequus's old boyfriend, you found that the best way to resurrect your friends would be to talk to Freyr, to have a true believer pray to him and have him intervene on your behalf. So you contacted Father Gregor, who did just that and was able to resurrect Ravi. Freyr then asked if anyone would be willing to give their life to resurrect Arvstan, and someone did. Arvstan's pet wolf, Luna. sacrificed herself to bring him back to life. So, most of you are in a little guest bedroom on Sequus's ship. That would be Kriv, Ravi, and Hajate. You also have Shell and Husk, the Axebeak mother-son duo. Ravi is stood there stark naked. He has just been born again.
But not as a baby.
Not as a baby. Still a grown-ass
Thankfully.
person. Ravi, you remember being disintegrated. You also remember being a ghost and wandering about the ship.
I'm gonna like look around confused.
I'm
Do
gonna rush over and give him a hug and say, "Oh my God, you're alive!" and then jump off him immediately and go, "Oh, ew."
Hazate, you're dead? Not dead?
You're alive! Ew, you're naked.
Oh, I am why am I naked?
Can you
Where are my clothes?
gone? Find some. I don't know.
I will
Where-
search the room for some kind of clothing.
This room particularly will only have what your friends have brought into it. So unless Kriv or Hajate has spare clothes.
I have at least a robe.
I have a dress. A fancy dress.
I have my big cloak thing until you find clothes.
I will take the cloak, thank you.
Oh,
No
Brody.
offense, Hazate. As much as I would like your dress, I don't want to stretch it out, and then it would be ruined for you.
You're right. You wouldn't want to wear a dress again.
I'll hand him Robbie the cloak and just go, "Don't do that again." And then give him a hug and then go, "Wait!" And then I'm gonna run over to where Arvstan is in Sequus's bed.
Okay, he's like all the way on the other side of the ship, so it's going to take you a minute to get there. Kriv runs out of the room. Ravi and Hajate, what do? You want to stick around or follow Kriv?
What are they doing?
You don't know. They just ran. They didn't
No,
announce
they're
that.
missing Hazate.
I'm willing to bet they're looking for Arvisan because you both were brought back, you know.
Oh, he's back too? Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was only gone for a few hours. Is that correct? No? How long have I been gone for?
Like a day.
Okay. Well, that's not as bad as it could have been, I suppose.
Oh no, it could be worse.
Significantly worse.
Well, give it a minute.
Yeah. I've got some stuff to tell you guys based off of what I found in the spirit world. But let's go find Kriv and Arvistan.
Okay, yeah, he's in Sequus's room because that was okay for it to be smelly.
Okay. Arvistan.
It's time.
We had your realization occur last time. So immediately following that, what happens?
I grab Luna and hug her, and I start screaming. Is anybody out there? Please help me. Anyone, please. Luna's not okay. Help.
Yeah. Kriv will be the first to enter the room. They'll rush open, slash open the door, see you laying or sitting with your back against the wall, cradling Luna in your lap.
Kriv. I don't know what happened. I just woke up and Luna's not reacting. I don't know what happened. Can you help her,
I'm gonna
please?
rush over and hug him. I don't think we have something that can. A lot happened in the past day or whatever. I think she chose this to bring you back.
There has to be something like you guys brought me back. Can we do that? Like, please, like,
We
no,
didn't
not
bring
this
you
way.
back.
What do you mean? I'm back. I died. Of course you guys did it. Like, who else?
It was Freyer. Just breathe. I'll just hold him. I don't know.
And
Yeah.
now you start crying.
Hashite and Ravi will come in the room behind Kriv then.
Oh, that's cool.
You're alive, Arvistan. Excellent.
Glad you're back, buddy.
I'm just ball out crying. Not answering to anyone.
Well,
And all like I
about-
say, I keep repeating is, please somebody help her, please.
I will kneel beside Luna and do like a whatever check.
whatever check.
What are we
Medicine,
looking?
religion.
Yeah, look at her.
Whatever. Oh, whatever check. Okay.
I'm assuming in this case it's like a cannot be brought back because of magic sacrifice check. So maybe religion.
That's more religion than medicine. She's not breathing. That's apparent.
16.
You're not as familiar with exactly how this went down. Father Gregor knew a little bit more about this than you do. Because Luna dying was the choice of Freyr, or like Freyor's will, you think that bringing her back, whether or not it's possible, would be sacrilegious, counter to what Freyr would want to happen.
If what I'm thinking is true, Arvistan, I don't think we can, unfortunately. It's a choice. In the case of you, Luna gave her life so you could live.
Not fair. I couldn't even say goodbye. Not like this.
Rayor asked for sacrifice. Whoever wanted to do it volunteered. I think it's very sad, but I think it's respectable. Same with you, Ravi. It was impossible to bring you back, too.
That, I suppose, makes sense. Do you know who it was?
Yes. Do you want to know?
I mean, there's only a few people it could be, and seeing as how you're all still standing here, I've got a pretty good guess, but yeah, go ahead.
I was told to contact Father Gregor.
I see.
Do what he must do.
Ravi will just like sit down and like lean against whatever part of the ship he is closest to.
Sure, probably the bedpost to Sequus's bed.
I hate this place.
You and me both.
Well, seeing as how we're sharing bad news, it sounds like Sequus isn't dead.
What?
That's the distinct feeling I got from Warden, that we have merely slowed him down. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he's not for permanency dead.
We spoke with Warden.
What did he have to say?
A lot of things. He spoke of the past and his lover losing his mind and how that's not him anymore. And how he definitely seemed like he didn't agree with anything that was going on. But, you know, he was the one that suggested we contact someone of, I pray or worship things. I don't have a lot of friends that worship Prayer.
There aren't many anywhere who worship Freyr. Did he look sickly and shivery like he did previously?
Prayer?
Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel better, he seemed to be exploding with life and wildlife, and there was insects and plants everywhere.
That sounds better than shivering and freezing. It's a small bit of solace, I would think, that in Father Gregor's last moments, he got to see Freyr in his true splendor, not not as we found him in the tomb.
I mean, you changed him. You and Husk. It was a big deal to him.
I'm glad. Any idea what happened to Njord? Did he mention him by chance?
I don't think so.
The best vibe we got was if this guy's wandering around, that guy's wandering around. See what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not great, but I still think it's better than, I don't know, the alternative.
Balance. Everything is about balance. Every single thing that he ever speaks about.
Well, then let's bring some balance back to the mainland and undo whatever this fucked up shit the judge has going on, and hopefully some balance back to Corenia. Oh God, I gotta find something to do with all the people there.
Do we have a magical positioning system? I was thinking about calling it MPS.
What is the question you are asking right now?
We don't know how to get there, and we don't know how to control a ship, and we don't know how to do anything. And this is all bullshit.
I think I can help us figure out the directions. I'm not so sure about the how to run a ship.
How many?
I just tied up the helm yesterday. I don't know if you saw that. That's why we weren't sideways. That's what we have right now.
Oh, I
How
definitely
long?
forgot about that, and we just went to bed.
Yeah, we
How
did.
long? How long have we been traveling for already?
Gotta be a few days, right?
Yeah, I'd say just under a week probably at this point.
Have we passed them by the Kraken pools and all that stuff, or not yet?
You have, yeah, you're out in open ocean.
Okay.
I don't suppose we could reach out to Betty to come pick our not so happy asses up.
That's what I was thinking.
I think we should regardless. We also do owe her a boat.
Well, we've
But
got a pretty cool one.
I want to burn this one though.
Oh, I do too. Do you know
She
how
can
hard it
handle it.
was to not have done that already?
Maybe Maybe she can have it and it'll be of some use to someone else.
Yeah, did you guys find any like magic stuffs on here? Like how he
Nothing
was
Oh,
good.
yeah. A literal shit ton of money, I think, was the technical
Oh
term.
yeah. I just like pull out my fistfuls of diamonds from my pocket.
Oh,
Actually, his chest full of money was in this room underneath his bed.
But we put everything together with us.
Yeah, but it's in there. We shoved everything into that room.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pull the chest out. Look, it's like we're pirates.
Really rich pirates. Found some
Um,
spell scrolls.
for a quick numerical value, your chest contains 20,000 gold pieces and 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
it's kind of nice.
I would say that's a metric shit ton.
We could die as much as we want to now.
No.
Just so long as it's once a day.
I would prefer to never die again. That was not ideal.
Correct. Correct answer. This was a trick. This was a test.
You're never allowed to disintegrate ever again, or I will summon you back just to kill you again.
That's understandable. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was going to survive it.
What?
Yeah. Well, I was like, he hadn't hit me at all. Like, no one had laid a hand on me, and I usually take things punching me in the face pretty well. I didn't that time.
Yeah. Don't do that again.
And
I
you, Tristan. I'm glad you're here.
I'm just crying, hugging Luna. Just like nothing else is passing through my mind.
I have a feeling we're just gonna have to treat him like when his dog reacted last time. Really had a strong animal bond. I would offer Shell, but I don't think that.
You can have the horse. I know I said I wanted the horse, but you can have the horse.
what horse?
Cypress's
Oh,
weird
yeah.
horse. It's like
Oh, that creepy one.
alive dead. I don't know.
I don't think that's that. I don't know if that's good.
I
That
don't
that
know
freaks me
either.
out.
We
Locked
kind of
it
just
up.
put it back and closed the door, and then left.
Oh my god, it was the worst. It was the literal worst. I kept staring at Kriv like it was gonna eat it, maybe. I don't know.
I'm
Turned
gonna
its
look for
head.
some clothes in the room.
Listening to the conversation, I just say, have you guys tried to not let it live? Actually, probably just
Shell did.
wanted to.
Shell wanted to chuck it off the boat. Does that help?
If
I saw the
nobody's
look
gonna
in her
do
eye.
nobody's gonna do anything with the horse. Probably the horse wants to actually pass on.
Why are you assuming that? The horse seemed pretty fixated on Kriv, if you ask me.
I mean, Kriv, you
Because
can talk to animals. I don't know if it counts as an animal if it's undead, but
We could try to find out. We had enough death yesterday, and I couldn't do magic anymore. So.
I'm saying, because if it was staring at one of you guys, probably didn't have any other way to communicate, and just staring at you was like, please end my suffering or something. Knowing what
You're
Lequace was doing.
very much assuming that this horse had any thought at all in its head. I'm not sure it did. I don't know what to. You're just gonna have to see it sometime.
How about you craft little flowers and put them in Luna's fur? We'll figure out the horse. If we can figure out how to like not get lost or like capsize, I think that's probably priority 1 in the current moment.
I mean, yes.
And then,
Go ahead.
yeah, and then we can go from there.
So, how are you two feeling? Can you use magic?
I will try to conjure a cantrip. Just like light or something.
Yeah, there's nothing preventing you from doing that.
I mean, all things considered, I feel great.
That guy's really freaky.
Freyr?
Yeah.
Why?
You were dust, man. You were dust in my jar.
I can see where that would be a bit disturbing for someone to be dust and then to not be dust.
And he was like a zombie corpse.
Well, if there was any doubt, if the gods are dead, they are not.
Well, I think you proved to yourself that he's alive at this point.
You think that'll get you out of debt?
Nope, I don't.
That's okay. Hopefully Father Gregor texted. It doesn't really matter. They're taking over anyway.
I mean, as much as I would like for Freyr to have been very showy with it, like floats down from the sky and greets Father Gregor in his last moments, and the entire like city's forced to look upon him in his splendor. I get the
Wow.
feeling this probably wasn't it.
I think the tides would have changed with that one.
Speaking of, I'll have to contact Kiara at some point and ask her exactly what her god asked her to do. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've had about enough of these goddamn traitors doing goddamn traitor things. No offense, Arvistan.
What do you mean by calling her a traitor? She has never wanted to actually ally herself with us.
No, but I didn't think she would turn on the city. Like, if she just hides as the Internum take over, that's one thing. But I get the feeling she was like, here is a back entrance into the city, and I will do that in exchange for my people. But that's what I have to ask. I have to ask what exactly her god commanded her to do.
Mm. Well, I'm not sure how we would tell anyone our location or ask for help.
I can attempt to magically determine a path. But like I said, I do not know how to get the boat going. I mean, I can push water and air like we did a little bit before, but that's not running a ship. I don't know
Would
how
I
far out we are either.
would I know how to handle and manipulate a ship, being from like the sea and stuff like that?
You are from underneath the sea and not necessarily a sailor, you are a chef.
True, true, true.
I would say even if you did have some rudimentary knowledge of how to crew a ship, you can't do it on your own. You need the crew to be able to do it, and 4 people just probably isn't enough for a ship this size.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So we need to determine our location to give to Betty to hopefully come and pick us up.
Well, I don't know about determining the location unless we have some actual landmarks around us. But I can magically find the path. I can do that. I don't think that tells me where we are. I mean, we
Um,
can like we could tell her how far away we are and what direction, but I don't know if that's
that's
enough.
a good place to start. I wouldn't know anything because the ghost realm does not show the outside world the same way that this does. Have I found some clothes?
Sequus's clothes?
I'll just stick in the robe. I'm not going
No,
to put on
no.
goddamn Cypress clothes.
Segris's clothes is an option. The only other option are Warden's old clothes, but they are hundreds of years old and probably wouldn't stand up well to being worn. You could also take one of the robes of one of his crewmates.
Like the flesh golem crewmates?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that either. Damn. I'm just gonna so does he have like a dresser? Or is it also just like a closet?
He's got like a little wardrobe kind of closet thing.
He's got a closet with 30 of the same robe.
I'd probably like open it and just start like bashing my head against it, just like dink, dink.
So, with Freya arresting me, how complete or incomplete have I become?
You are still part tree.
Okay.
That
Oh,
has not
hey!
been undone.
That's cool. I thought for sure you would be untreed.
Alrighty.
I think that shows the power of the Archfey. Or the whatever gave us the blood stuff.
That's actually squatchy. Got
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Here's a question. Was I wearing my giant bearskin thing when I was disintegrated?
I don't think so, no.
I will go look for that.
Yeah, you can get
just so you're aware, it was a beaver.
Yep.
Wouldn't want you to think too highly of your outfit.
I mean, so long as it's not worn by creepers, worn by dead flesh golems, or worn by the dead 100 years ago, it's a win.
I mean, just so you don't go looking for a bear instead of a beaver, you know?
That's fair.
Okay, Ravi will leave to go find his beaver pelt coat. What do the rest of you want to do now?
I just want to be alone with Luna for a while.
Check on the horse, the helm. Look around on the outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kriv.
To the deck?
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta deal with that boat situation. I'm good at picking up new things.
I think the two of us can do it.
Well, it's going to be three because Shell is definitely going to follow the two of you back up to the deck.
Yes.
For a second, Husk follows behind his mom, but then he turns around and runs back to Arvistan and sort of climbs up on him. He kind of rests on your shoulder and like curls up with you.
Oh,
Baby.
Okay. When you reach the deck, the stable doors are still closed from where you shut them before. The horse is not anywhere in sight. Are you
including. Oh, sorry.
Including what?
I was gonna say, including in the stable.
You can't see through the door. So the door is closed. The interior of the stable is obstructed from view. The horse presumably is inside.
The ship not like going sideways actively right now.
It's not, but you still don't really understand where you
Yeah.
are.
I'm gonna go try and figure this boat out. You scream if you get bitten or something.
Well, should we? I can figure out our path thing. Get us see if we can get situated there. I don't know.
I mean, sure. I just don't know how boats work, and I figured I could learn.
Yeah, I don't know either, but one thing at a time. Yeah, I will cast Find the Path.
Okay, what's that do?
GPS, but magic.
Find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you are familiar with on the same plane of existence. So last I remember, we were still heading to Corenia.
Yeah. If
So
that's
I
where you
would,
want to look for, yeah.
yep.
Um, okay.
Duration up to a day, but it says, um, yeah, as long as you are on the same plane of existence, you know how far it is and in what direction.
That's very useful information.
Yeah,
Because if you can communicate exactly the direction you need to go in and how far away it is, any self respecting sailor would be able to use that information to find where you are right now.
Yeah, and intercept.
it lasts a day, so I'm gonna keep it up, but I'll,
Okay.
yeah,
You know which way to go. You're not going that way.
cool.
You're going close to that. You kind of have to go southeast, but slightly more east than that. And right now you're going slightly more south than southeast. So it's almost the right direction, kind of broadly. But if you know that if you keep going in the direction that you're going in presently, you're going to miss the mark. You'll probably hit the continent, but you won't reach the city specifically.
So is this like a visual cue, or are you the only one who can see it? Because I'm picturing a giant GPS arrow.
It's not that. Griff just knows.
Uh.
And like, how long would it take to get there? Like
From now, about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
What that is means in distance, I couldn't tell you exactly. You're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Sailing this ship would take you at the speed that it's going 2 weeks to get there.
Oh, it's even got mileage.
Okay.
Do you need the weather
Let's.
report and everything?
Yeah. That would probably actually be helpful on a ship, because if we're about to go get stormed on, that would suck.
Can we get told the wind direction, please?
uh,
Humidity.
I think we're coming into spring now, if I'm remembering correctly, the last time we were checking the weather. Um, it's a little cooler up here. You're still a little further up north. So I'd say upper 40s, lower 50s as the high for today. You've got partly cloudy skies set before you. A chance of rain about 30%. So it might not. You could dodge around it. Yeah, and the sea itself should be relatively calm today.
Wow. Wow, you're a GPS and a weather person.
Ravi, you can find your beaver pelt cloak. You're capable of wearing it if you like, but it does not provide you any additional armor protection. That's where your main source of issue is right now.
Yes.
Um,
My main source of issue is that I'm stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean and have no idea where we're going, but that's a close second.
this kind of allows you to kind of take stock of the sorts of things that you have and don't have anymore. Your armor, all your clothing that you were wearing in the fight is gone, but your shield remains, the one that Smithy forged for you. And the spear that he forged is also still intact. You don't have the sensor anymore. You could also, yeah, you could take stock of that chest full of money that Sequus had. Kriv found a manual of flesh golems on the ship, which is kind of disturbing, but it probably won't come into play anytime soon. Sequus's staff is also left behind, although there is nothing else remaining of what he was wearing or anything like that from when he disappeared.
I will guess I'll take my shield. I'll take my spear, and I'll head up to deck.
Okay. The Beaver Man will join you all on the deck of the ship. How should I make an intelligence check? This is a broad check to try to understand how to sail Sequus's ship.
Intelligence. I got some of that. $16.
Okay. You are able to determine that it would take a significant amount of time and training to be able to perform the base actions of sailing a ship. Mastery of it would take a lifetime. You can see enough. This is very important, I think, especially when you're trying to understand how to solve a problem. You see enough and understand enough to know that it is outside of your expertise. You know that you may do more harm than good attempting to try to move this thing around.
That's fair. Well, I got nothing. This ship is way too complicated for us to be able to man properly.
Do we reach out to Betty and see where she is? If she has suggestions? Tell her where we are?
We can. Oh, hey, Robbie, you're not naked anymore.
Nope. I am armorless, though, and that worries me a little bit.
Ooh, still kind of naked.
I feel super naked. I feel more naked than when I was just naked. Like, if I was naked with armor, I feel way less naked than I do right now.
Gonna have to get you some non-disintegrating armor. Well, you want to contact Betty? Or I can. I don't care. You could have a chizzity chat with her, but I don't know.
You were there when I magically found the path and I said it out loud, day-wise.
That's true. All right. That was a lot of information.
Rather than have to say specific stuff, you could just say save 10 words for like distance and direction.
Okay. It's like I can try, but I don't think I'm directionally impaired in real life. I think we were going south. But yeah, we'll do that. And of course, like the distance timing wise. And then we are alone on a ship we cannot man. Can you get to us?
Yeah, she will respond. I'm surprised you're alive. I was on my way back anyway. Got the ship fixed. Got some new crew. See you in a bit.
A bit. Okay. She's on her way.
Well, that's good news.
She
Everybody
made
here?
it sound like she was around the corner. She'll be here in a bit with a boat and people.
I mean, I'll take it.
Also, she's shocked we lived, and frankly, same.
Same.
You kind of didn't.
It's true. Technically, none of us did.
Hey. Hey, man. Kriv lived. That's what bad.
Since we last saw Betty, Kriv, Hajate, Ravi, and Arvstan have all died.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
fair.
for real.
Some of us irreversibly.
Is there
Hey.
like any small boat or anything like that around the ship?
There is like a rowboat that's used when the ship is moored off of the coast or something because it's too big to like actually go up to the land, so it just gets anchored, and then Suckers has a little rowboat that he uses to get into wherever he's going.
All right.
Yeah, Betty is coming. Whatever that means. What's the next plan?
Well, everybody is figuring out that I carry Luna, go up. I
Husk is
see the
bit
robot.
waddling right behind you.
I see the little rowboat. I put her on the rowboat, lower her out, and do like a Viking burial. I put her on the rowboat, let it go, and then fire a fire arrow and let it burn.
How are you making that fire? Are you doing that yourself, or are you
Yeah, I'm doing that
getting
myself.
help from? Okay. Yeah, that will be visible to everybody else is on deck, so they'll see you as you do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to make utilizing Sequus's ship in port a little more difficult, but I don't think that that's necessarily what's in the cards anyway. Husk leaps up on the railing as you watch Luna's boat float away on fire. Shell will also come to stand next to you.
Yeah, I'll stand at the railing and just kind of watch the ship.
Oh yeah, funeral. Well, that's the best way to go. Wow, I didn't know you had it in you.
I just turn around and go to a room and lay down.
Do you go to the room that Sequus had for you, or do you go back to the room where you were resurrected, his room?
Where I was resurrected.
Okay, back to Sequus' room. He's got a better bed. Okay, Arvstan is back below decks. Husk stays with him. He curls up next to you like a kitten might.
You guys think Husk like imprinted on him or something?
I'm not great with animals.
And Shell's fine, letting him just follow Aristan around.
I mean, so far.
If she's comfy, whatever. She knows more about her kid than I do.
I would hope so.
True.
Weird. Well, we can't go any direction. We might as well just keep moving forward, I guess.
I mean, I could try to spin us a little bit towards the right direction.
You know,
I got control water. We did that
professional.
before.
I'm not a boat professional, but I I was warned by Vibe that trying to control the boat isn't gonna go well.
But I'm controlling the water under the boat.
You've also given Betty your current location and trajectory, um, and are now aiming to change that.
I
I
think we
thought
just.
we were describing it based on like the actual quickest path. Okay,
You're still
we're
moving.
chilling.
No, it was like a shitty traffic report from the sky. Like we're heading southbound on.
Can we use horse?
Okay, all right. Well, let's.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to learn. I don't
Open
know
her
what
up.
to get from this experience with this horse. It's
No.
really confusing.
I'm gonna whip the doors open.
He's standing just on the other side of the door, staring right at you as you open them.
Jump scare horse.
Oh. I don't like that.
Hey, buddy.
I'm okay. I'm gonna take 3 steps back. I don't like that. That's much too close.
Yeah, he doesn't move. He keeps looking at the spot where you just were.
You think this horse has like a delay?
Maybe.
Like he was looking at you and then you left and he just kept looking. Maybe he's seeing after images. Does that sound crazy?
No, I just don't understand how that would happen, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't understand a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna try. Like we tried feeding this thing before, right? With hay. We didn't really have food.
We didn't have anything.
Criv pet it.
I did.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't eaten, so. And I will cast Feast.
Thanks, Robbie.
Get some food. Is that including typical horse food, like maybe carrots or something?
Yeah.
I think this horse eats meat. Something about this screwed up horse tells me it eats meat.
I will try to feed it a carrot.
Okay. The horse will not move. It doesn't shift a muscle. You could like push the carrot against its face and it won't open its mouth.
I think it's broken, guys.
Give him time, Ravi. It takes him a minute to do anything.
Oh, okay. I will literally just stand there for a minute and just.
Okay. Did everybody else stand and watch Ravi for a minute hold a carrot?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna snack and watch like a weird movie.
Yeah, they both stand there stark still for a minute.
Oh wow, Robbie, this is awkward. I don't think he likes you.
I would agree.
Slowly, Shell comes in from the side, bites that carrot.
Thanks for not leaving me hanging, Shell.
Very good.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with it doesn't eat.
Well, she's hungry and she does eat.
There's a bunch of food laying around, so go for it.
Yeah, Shell. I don't know why you had to steal the carrot in his hand.
I suppose part of the problem that we have now, though, is I have to find a way to tell somebody to take care of all the children. And the most logical person was Peakrid, and she's dead now, too.
Sorry.
We don't, there's no, I mean...
They're
maybe,
your kids now, Hajite.
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
cannot have children. Mm-mm.
Especially not 100 of them.
What about you, Ravi? You already have one.
It's true, I've got the beaver son person.
He doesn't even remember what species he is. You, animal phobic.
Oh man.
That is a pig bunny. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, my bad.
We don't all look the same.
I was
worry.
disintegrated. I don't remember. Some things are still hazy.
It might be kind of fair to look at a beaver if you've never seen one before and consider it a pig bunny. It's it's not super far off.
He forgot his own child.
Don't worry, I didn't remember either. You're
He's
not
gonna
alone
grow
on
up
this.
to be a famous cleric. And you don't care. You don't support his dreams.
I will send a message to Contessa.
Okay. This is a cleric of Luciriel, the
Yes.
goddess of light.
Are we staring at the horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna talk at the horse. Like talk to Contessa looking at the horse, just absent-mindedly.
It's like a wagon accident. You can't look away.
Contessa, Father Gregor has passed. Needs some help at the church. We're on our way back. Can you help, please?
She will respond to you. I don't remember her voice, so I'm going to try to guess at what I might have done for it.
I think it's been like 80 episodes, so yeah, that checks out.
I think she was kind of haughty, if I remember correctly.
I do remember that.
She will say, "The Temple of Freyr has been converted into a barracks for the invading army. The refugees have been removed from the city."
More bad news. Apparently, they've converted the temple into a barracks for the internum. So now I really, really, really want to stab them a lot. And apparently, the refugees have just been removed.
Well,
Where they are, I don't know. But
removed head?
I'm not sure. I get the sense they weren't executed. I get the feeling they were just kicked out. But I am angry, and I have had enough of all of these things and people.
It took you a long time to get here, Ravi, but I'm proud of you. Good job. You also hate everyone.
I don't hate you. I don't hate Kriv. I don't have Arvistan.
Oh. I'm not hated. That's
No,
great.
especially considering that you helped bring me back to life. I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not Sequist. I don't ask for rewards like that.
Well, that's good. So long as you don't try to use my body to bring back your dead lover, we'll be fine.
That remains to be spoken. She's not dead yet.
I mean, it could have been any dead lover. But yeah, I suppose I get the sense that your most recent lover is not so easily killed.
I don't think she would like to be in your body anyway.
No, I am not an attractive female, so I can see where that would be a bit disconcerting to her.
Ah.
Although she did take over Peakrid's body, and I would say that I'm better looking than Peakrid.
I mean, if you want to start making comparisons, Warden was just like an older version of you, and he was just trying to make the hot version, I think.
That's so creepy.
Sorry. He just always looked at you a little funny, and I didn't like it.
I mean, you were right, so I probably should have listened.
Well, let's all accept that I make outlandish accusations all the time, so it's fine. Has the horse moved at all?
No.
I'm really upset about this horse.
I don't suppose you want to talk to it, do you, Kriv?
Ravi, try getting on it.
Actually, I've got a different idea. I'm going to run and grab Sequus's staff.
Okay. It is a magical staff. You don't know what it does without attuning to it.
Well, one of my magic items was disintegrated, so I got time.
Yes. You've lost your attunement to your sensor. So you've got an extra slot right now.
Disintegrated. Sensor.
Yeah, my sensor's gone.
Oh yeah, is it?
So far, I think.
Did it look like this?
Hey, it's my sensor.
How do you think I was communicating with you? Come on.
I thought you were using his staff, if I was being honest.
Whoa. Nope. Didn't even cross my mind. Apparently, I didn't care about it. I wanted to play with your ghost, doohickey.
Was it cool?
Oh, yeah. I got to saw you. I got to saw. Ooh. I got to see you communicate with yourself, and both of you look very confused.
We kind of were, but I think we're starting to get it at the end there. At least as much as one can get communicating without speaking. Or the ability to write.
I think the guy hanging out in here was really frustrated with you. You can have it back if you want.
Well, let me see what the staff does, because I want to see if the staff can control the horse.
Okay. Robbie's going to attune to Sequus's staff.
Barbie Horse Adventure staff.
Sequus's staff is called the Staff of the Balance. It has a set of Freyr scales at the top of it. There is a magical property on it that allows you to target a creature and tip their scales. So once a day you can use an action if you target a creature to tip the scales either towards life or towards death. If you tip it towards life, any healing spell cast on that creature, die that are rolled are automatically assumed to be the maximum. So every D8 is automatically an 8, and so on and so forth. And they get that sort of death ward ability where the first time that they would drop to 0 hit points, they actually just drop to 1. If you tip their scales towards death, they become vulnerable to necrotic damage, and they are not able to recover hit points.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Okay.
So this is not a horse controlling staff, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't have a horse on top.
It does not. I didn't know that. That was a determining factor. Just whatever's on top, that's what it does.
I'm gonna start braiding the horse's hair.
You can, yeah. It's wispy and light. Some of it comes out as you manipulate it.
I'm gonna braid it anyway.
Yeah. It's not big clumps, just like strands.
Oh, good.
You guys knew more about undead stuff. Is there, I don't know, is there sort of undead that, I don't know, just like a dead horse, but I don't know why.
This thing's hair is falling out. In case
Yeah.
I am 99% sure that this is probably a dead horse that has, like, I don't know, permanent animate dead or something on it.
Have you tried tipping the scales on the horse?
I have not. I am a bit wary of doing so.
You could make it more dead.
I don't want to make it more dead.
Oh, you can make it more alive.
Actually, I'm gonna cast detect magic and detect magic on this horse.
Sure. The school of magic coming from the horse may surprise you is necromancy.
Whoa!
Is that the only spell on it?
Pretty much, yeah. It seems that based on that, this Sequus raised this horse. He must have done it very quickly after it expired because it doesn't have like much decomposition on it. Whatever spell he cast on it remained um, after he left.
This is gonna come as a shocker to everybody. But this horse is radiating necromancy. I know you're all stunned.
Speechless, frankly.
Do we need to worry though, or is it just a dead horse that's supposed to be dead?
My only concern is if the now alive again Sequus decides to like use it to see through or something.
Hmm. Is that a thing?
I don't know, but there's a lot about Sequus I don't know.
I mean, we could unalive the horse, but we can always just make him face the other direction. Doesn't move much.
I am admittedly somewhat against killing it again, but also part of me really wants to kill it again.
I mean, aren't you mad at the undead or something?
I don't like the undead. Just as kind of a general rule, and it feels kind of like heresy, right?
Yeah.
But it is also a fairly innocent creature that is meaning no one any harm.
Are you sure? He's looking.
He looks, but I don't get vengeful in his eyes. I get there.
Oh. Well, he doesn't need to eat. What I don't know how to deal with something that's not an alive horse. How do you take care of it? Do you feed it the flesh of other animals?
I mean, if that's what you have to do, then it's an abomination, it has to be destroyed. But I don't think that's the case.
It wouldn't eat your carrot.
Any ideas, Griv?
A long time.
No, I don't. Why would he need like an undead horse? Why couldn't he just get a horse?
I get the feeling he just liked undead things, judging by the abominations he's sewn together.
Sounds like a fair kind of thing. Gotta have undead everything, you know?
Do you think Betty will be upset if we burn this ship? She has another one, right? Can we just torch this one when we're off?
I'm gonna ask if she cares if we burn the ship.
Alright, then I want to properly loot everything.
Well, of course. You're more than welcome to steal anything you want from the ship.
Because part of me wants to throw all these body parts off, but I feel like that might attract the interest of some things we also don't want by us.
Yeah, freaking ocean bugs.
Ocean bugs.
Yes, ocean bugs.
That's not really where I was thinking.
I didn't think that's what you were thinking, but I mean, it's fine.
That's where I was thinking.
I mean, they'd also be bad, but
yeah, I don't want ocean bugs, but I want ocean sharks less.
I don't know. If I see a maggot on this ship, I might actually perish.
I mean, I did look for them yesterday, and there weren't any.
That's true. We're good for now.
What time is it?
You were raised in the wee hours of the morning, and haven't done a whole lot, so it's still morning right now.
I was curious. I will send a message to Kiara.
Ooh, okay.
We will watch as is traditional.
As is tradition. I died, came back because of Freyr. What did your goddess tell you to do?
Take that, Tangriel.
Kiara will respond. Tenegriel has come to Corenia. Together, we will usher in an age of dark prosperity.
So according to Kiara, Tenegriel has also taken over the city. So I know it's got done fighting one godlike power. I hope you're ready to fight another. I need to sneak into the city and get some armor before we do any of that, though.
I'm sorry, how many gods are in this damn city?
Apparently right now just one.
2.
I don't know where the storm is.
Yeah, it could be up to 3. Somewhere between 1 and 3.
Why are we collecting them?
Gotta catch 'em all. Godly man.
Are you okay, Robbie? Did you hit your head when you died?
I am a mixture of joy and sadness and rage.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think this is the angriest we've seen you, so. There you go.
Well, and like part of me is like, I have almost no reason to now go back to the city. The only person I really cared for isn't there. The other person I cared for is an insane traitor who has helped take over the city. But we have also sent an army there to try to fight these very people, and it doesn't feel right sending them in if we just leave.
Well, I gotta show up. I promised somebody.
The Mochipan army's still not there yet.
Mm.
Speaking of, how is she?
Illyra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been too busy dealing with you guys dying.
That's fair.
Well, no time like the present.
Well, very quick, Soyern. Arvistan, you're curled up in the fetal position on Sequus's bed. Husk is curled up just behind your head and sort of nestled into the crook of the back of your neck.
No, baby.
It's close enough for you to be able to feel and hear his stomach growl.
I wake up. Well, not wake up. I like feel it. I just get up, pet him, carry him, and go upstairs.
Yeah, he yawns real big as you're carrying him. Opens his mouth really wide. You see his little tongue wiggle in between both halves of his beak.
Is the priest still up?
Is what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The feast is still there.
Yeah.
I see it. I just walk towards it and I grab a little piece of whatever I find and just give it to him, and I eat a little bit myself.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he eats it happily and greedily. So Arvistan is up on the deck with everyone else. How'd you tell you wanted to call somebody, maybe?
Yeah, I wanted to use sending for Illyra.
Say what?
I will say, dearest Illyra, once again, I reach out to hear of your well-being. I hear more than one god is in the city. Are you okay? Love how they sadly always end with that one.
Let's see, how will Illyra respond? She'll say, I've returned to my own devices. Your assertion might depend on your definition of God. Personally, I would disagree. But to each their own.
Well, that's a hair disconcerting.
What's up?
She doesn't think that the things that are in the city are gods.
Well, that means they are probably more easily killed, which is good news for us.
I'm a little disturbed by that, frankly.
The
It makes
fact,
me wonder what is a god? What decides what a god is?
I think we, as a collection, kind of do. When something becomes so powerful or so mysterious we don't understand it, then it's a god. Um, I suppose, like, maybe living forever or something like that's a nice, uh, I don't know, start, but it's not the end all be all.
Listen, Robbie, my only concern with that definition of God would make Sequus one.
If somebody were to tell you that they worship Sequus as a god, would it surprise you?
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag.
I don't disagree, but I don't know. If
At
you
least
didn't,
Tenegriel gives them benefits, right? I feel like
I
Sequus is just in it for himself.
I have no idea what Tenegriel gives anybody.
Well, Lyra says Tenegriel is not a god, so. Also, she sounds distant, and frankly, that's sad.
Are you worried?
A little. I don't know what back to my own devices means.
Probably hiding and or blending in with the crowd, kind of staying out of the way, I would imagine.
Completely ignoring the city. Which she seemed to once be so. I don't think willing is the word, but so enthusiastic about aiding in at least some kind of way, and has now completely detached herself from the government, is a little concerning. It makes me wonder what's actually happening and who's who's being honest, I guess.
Um, well, I get the feeling Kiara is telling a truth, misguided or not. She believes that Tenegriel has come and is ushering in a new sort of dark fucking nonsense.
Well, does it not concern you that if Tenegriel isn't real, what is manipulating them?
I believe Tenegriel is real. Don't
Well,
mistake.
that what is there?
No, yes. Based off of what we have found in Tawfell and other places, there are a lot of things that concern me.
That's fair.
But unfortunately, we have a path, and we've got to figure things out. I don't know if you were here at the time, Arvistan, but essentially what we found out was Kiara's goddess, according to Kiara, has helped the Internum take over the city to usher in some sort of new dark prosperity kind of thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Didn't everybody over there wanted to just save the place? Instead of turning into darkness and just
I
do
think
whatever their god says?
I get the feeling what happened is Kiara led the army underneath the city through the sewers and into the main things, which negated whatever defenses the city had. It's the reason why the city fell so easily. Like, I know that they're strong and the council was inept, but I find it hard to believe that in as little time as we were gone, the city would have fallen that quickly. If it did, we got other problems, but that's kind of where we're at.
Oh shit. More problems. Yay. Do we even know where the other people are?
The Mochipans
Yeah.
heading towards the city as we speak.
Okay. Well,
Oh, and Betty's heading for us.
oh, okay. Well, if you guys need me, I'm gonna be in the room. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, take good care of Husk.
He grabs a big mouthful of food out of the pile from the feast and then follows after Arvistan.
You've been kind of quiet, Kriv. What do you think of all this?
It's a lot. Should we warn any of the people from Mochipa? I don't know how much they know. How like updated they are.
Out of character, that would be a fantastic idea.
Yeah, actually, that is a good idea.
Like
Starting to
part of
think the
me,
gods are aliens.
yeah. Part of me is worried that if we told them, they would turn around. But I don't. I wouldn't feel comfortable not telling them what they were heading towards if we know. Also, yes, I think a lot of things are aliens right now. And we should look at all my books.
That sounds good. Well, shall I contact Gideon?
Yeah, I would.
Or the Empress? Or who do we think would be able to like contact the soldiers?
I feel as though the Empress is out of contact with them at this point.
And I think that at this point, Gideon is gonna be up front and be like, "Hey, this is what's going on."
Did he sail with them? I thought he stayed.
I thought Gideon was sailing with him, wasn't he? I mean, we can ask Gideon, and if not, we can always send another message to the Empress.
There's another person we can contact. Indian soldier friend. You know,
Oh,
the
that's
one leading
right.
all of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct. Ordo was in Mochipo when you left, so you can call.
Not Ordo.
Never
You know what?
Ordo.
Shit.
Never
Ordo might have
order,
come
please.
with.
It wouldn't surprise me if order is already in Corenia.
I honestly was hoping we'd find him in Taufel for some unknown reason.
He just is the Dragon Storm's brother.
Oh my god, can you imagine that? That would be fucking hilarious.
Gideon's warrior friend's name is Jarecki.
Thanks. That was the holdup I was having.
Yeah,
In
that guy.
context, direct.
Yeah, we can contact him too. You want to send a message to one? I'll send one to the other.
Right.
Which one do you want?
I'll take Jarecki. I like him.
Okay.
You go first. I'm thinking about it. You're the war guy.
I will send a message to Gideon. Gideon. Hit a snag.
A snag.
Oh, you
Will
said
be
snack.
a little later. Rumor is Tenegriel is in the city. A Corenian goddess. Be very careful.
Gideon will respond. The fleet has set sail. We're a few weeks out. There is no creature, Corenian internum, goddess or mortal, that can withstand this force.
I will just have this big smile on my face. They're pretty confident that it doesn't matter. That they're going to take down whatever's there. I like it. I like their optimism. I like their
take
willingness
it.
to murder things.
Gideon's being a cute kitty again. He always is.
He sure is.
I saw Dave's face. Okay, all right. Well,
Do you still want to ask Jarecki if he's got more information or something?
yeah. I just want to. I like talking to people, I guess.
Just so we can all recall, because it's been a while since we've seen either one of these guys. Since most mammalian omni are like a hybrid type kind of creature, Gideon is a sort of lion wolf, and Jarecki is a mix between like a leopard and a giant squirrel. Just sort of a colorful, massive squirrel from India.
Oh man, my brain always pegs him as leopard only. Squirrel part.
It's mostly in the tail.
That's what I had pictured. That's excellent.
Jarecki. Some news. Corenia has completely fallen. Even the churches have been excavated. Supposedly, Tenegriel is there, and potentially a god storm to look out for.
Okay. Jarecki will respond. Never tested myself against a god storm. But now seems the time for my people to prove their worth and the true strength of Mochipa.
All right. Well, now they know. And Jarecki's pumped to fight a god.
I'm pumped to fight a god.
I'm not. The last time one of us pissed off a god. Yeah. He was smote.
Oh, that's true. I'm not gonna say that I'm not nervous about it, but I don't know. I'm just mad, and I want something to take out my mad on.
On a god.
Yeah.
That seems a little bit counterproductive. I just brought you back. Well, your god brought you back. But regardless, I don't know how many times we can ask him for that or how many people want to give up their life for that. So maybe reckless abandon anger isn't a plan.
I know you're probably right, and I think given the few weeks between now and then, I will regain some sense of not complete unbridled rage. Just in the short term, it's just anger.
If anyone knows that feeling, it is me.
Are you pumped to go kill a god, Kriv?
I want to punch something.
Excellent.
Punch that horse. He ain't doing nothing.
I'm not
Punch the
gonna.
horse.
I don't want to punch the horse. I wanted to punch Sequus, and I'm gonna be honest. If that fight went like, if I had one more chance, I probably would have. I was trying to not. I didn't want put Hajite in that situation of 3 of us are dead. Like, I've never wanted to punch something. I don't think I ever have punched anything.
Does Criv make a fist wrong? I've known a lot of people that have never punched something.
Like with
that,
the thumb
yeah,
inside.
they put their thumb in and they're like, I'll punch like this.
I feel like I would do something dumb like summon fire in their hand and then like hurt themselves somehow.
Close it.
Yeah.
Robbie, now that you have time, can you get on the horse?
Probably. I will attempt to get on the horse.
Your pressure.
Jumping on a horse that's not saddled is pretty tough.
Oh, it's not a saddled horse?
No.
Do I see a saddle
There
around?
should be a saddle in the stable if you want to grab one and hook it up.
Does it match the horse's aesthetic?
It matches the horse. I mean, the size for this horse, it's that horse's saddle. The one that Sequus used.
Yeah, I will put the saddle on and then hop onto the horse.
Okay. It has no reaction to any of that action.
Sick.
How do you feel?
Like I'm on a horse. But like a weird horse.
a stupid horse.
No, I've been on stupid horses. This horse is weird.
Wow. We've all read Ghost. Ghost was a little bit horsey, if you know what I mean.
Very average.
Well, it's better than the state of our previous horse.
What?
I will look around for Arvistan.
He's below deck.
And then I'll
Huskers
be like,
climbed over his shoulder and he's sort of like nibbling at your fingers as you lay there.
Teething.
Our own little team cheerleader.
Do we need to be concerned about some sort of connection between this horse and Sequus? Because this is not a very active horse, and he sure made 2 noises yesterday.
He did clomp deck at one point.
that's a good question. I don't know. I didn't detect any magic outside of necromancy on him, but theoretically speaking, Sequus could probably observe the entire ship with scrying, or I would imagine.
That's true. Well, I am in no habit of killing things for no reason, so I say we just keep this horse until figure it out when we're actually somewhere that has options of what to do with a horse and not the ocean.
Part of me just wants to ask Betty what she thinks we should do when she gets here, although I'm sure she'll be very disgruntled by the question. But that's all I can think of.
You think Sequus just wanted a horse he didn't have to feed even though he was rich?
Yeah, probably. That would not surprise me in the least.
That's kind of stupid.
Or a horse that he can go to Taufel and stuff and doesn't worry about it getting cold, or go to cheap and doesn't worry about it being warm.
He didn't even bring the horse onto the continent, though. He left the horse on the boat.
Well, I think that was because we all had to walk.
Well, how fast do you really think this horse is?
I don't know, Rafi, ride it. Find out.
I don't want. I'm not a great rider. I don't want to ride something on a boat that's moving, even as little as this one's moving.
But Ravi, listen, we have the time.
I will try to slowly walk the horse around the deck.
Well, the horse
was
does
enough.
not respond to your commands or to your physical urging. You kick it with your heels, it doesn't move. You yell at it doesn't move. Pull the reins, it doesn't shift.
Saying yip yip.
Yip.
Yip, yip. Okay, Avatar.
That's not the key word apparently.
Oh.
I will get off the horse. So none of that is how this works.
You think the horse is a code word?
Actually, it might. We can take a look at Sequus's notes.
Is it what?
See if he's got notes or something on his undead horse. To activate, say, "Go horse, go."
Go horse go.
Maybe it's just a horse that he had that he really liked, and then it died, and so he made it undead. But he just keeps it and doesn't. And it's just a horse that lives here on a boat.
Possible.
Are we looking for more stuff? Is that what we were saying?
Yeah, we better have this whole place cleaned out before we leave.
Okay. Do a little search around. We've done some investigation checks to search the ship already. So we've already discovered most of what we'd be able to find here. But if our plan is to either burn the ship, destroy it in some way, or abandon it out in the open ocean, and that we have a moment to try to gather things, I would imagine that we would take at least the next few hours of time that we have to get everything on the ship that we want not to be lost, gathered in some place where it's easily accessible and transportable to get onto Betty's ship to get out of here. And I would think that would be Sequus' staff, the money that he had, some of the alchemical ingredients that he had in his lab. You probably want to, in some way, gather his entire library, just every scroll and book and notebook that he had. Um, the food's probably not that important, considering we can make food magically. Some of the implements there are just kind of like if you were going to like rob a place and take the silverware type thing. It's up to you if that feels important to you or not. His crew didn't have weapons. He didn't own any weapons, so there's nothing like that. There's not armor or anything that would be like exceptionally useful for an adventurer outside of the things that you've already found. There are body parts if you wanted to take those or if you wanted to leave them here.
Nope, not taking the body parts.
They got bones in them.
There
Excuse
are
me?
bones in them, yeah.
Are there any fun skulls?
The skulls would be inside the flesh golems at this point. So they would still have flesh on them.
I
That
don't know.
hasn't deterred you before.
I don't have time for that right now. I don't have the time. But I would like to take Warden's
Wow.
helmet.
You would like to take what?
Warden's helmet.
Yes. Warden's helmet, which is not magical in any way other than it's haunted by his spirit.
It's
On
good
the
enough for me.
horse.
Ravi, you want a helmet?
Considering I have no other armor, sure.
There you go.
You can look
Gollum
like
probably fits perfectly.
you can look like you from the future, but from the past.
I don't know what that means.
It is more or less sized to fit your head.
Perfect.
You're not a direct clone of Warden. There are differences, of course. But
Well,
it's
I don't know
close.
that I didn't know that he haunted it because I was in the spirit realm. I just saw him moving.
Yeah.
I have no idea he's connected to the helmet. But I would mostly just kind of like I don't actually I might just put it on my head while I'm like looking at through all these notes and stuff, going through his library of greatness.
Hey, that's haunted by your uncle, just so you know.
Uncle.
My uncle.
I don't know what to call
From
him.
500 years ago.
Your warden friend.
Oh, this is his helmet. Was his
Yeah,
helmet?
he's in it. I was dragging you and him around with the helmet. Yeah.
I feel like we should do something about that. I don't necessarily know what.
You don't want to wear your ancestor?
I mean, no, but I'm more so meaning like find a way to let his spirit go.
That would be nice for him. He didn't seem to want to be there and kept claiming that he was atoning for his sins and the sins of his lover, and that's sad.
I don't suppose that what was I gonna say? We could hold a ritual with Bexus for him and go from there. Because I don't know how to release his spirit. Like, if I just cast Dispel Magic, does that do it and he's gone? Or is he just stuck haunting here on the ship? Like, I'd like to put him at peace if possible.
My only concern about leaving him here is if Sequish still wants him and still wants you as well, he's gonna come back for it. If we can dispel him or get rid of him somehow,
Yeah, he's
also make
still
him really mad.
after you summon him, he just stay with the helmet.
He lost his heart and soul when you died.
No, but this is out of character because I'm not there. He stayed with the helmet, right?
Warden,
Yeah.
He
he's,
never.
he's been trapped with that helmet for centuries.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, we can see if Arvison wants to join in and go from there.
As you guys are packing up all of this stuff and preparing to board onto Betty's ship, Arvistan stays lying in Sequence's bed. Husk sort of tugs at your ears and pulls out pieces of your hair. Shell stays in the room with you and just kind of like lays in the corner while he is trying to get your attention while you are laying there.
What's up? What do you want, Husk? And I just scratch him under the beak, like the neck.
He stretches out. He lifts his chin up as you're doing that. He starts to tamp one foot.
He's a little chicken.
Then he rolls over onto his back and kicks his legs up in the air.
Starts scratching his belly.
Yeah, he squirms around as you're doing that and kind of quietly coos.
I just smirk a little bit. There's honestly not much more I can do right now. I'm in deep depression.
Crib is kind of orchestrating the collection of materials. Where are we taking them? Do we want them in a specific place right now?
To the deck. I don't know how fast she's gonna get here. It sounded like in the next couple hours.
Why don't we can put stuff in the stable, maybe? Is that covered, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
enclosed.
Oh yeah, but it's got a freaky horse in it.
Well, that's why I'm assuming we're not putting Shell and Husk in there. I don't think the horse is gonna eat the gold.
We don't know.
Just put it in a different stall and close the door. This horse doesn't move.
Right, if you trust the horse.
What do you think it's gonna do?
I don't know.
It secretly only eats metal.
I could not even fathom what this horse is interested in doing.
I'm just thinking it's at the top of the ship there, so it's easy to move out, but it's also not out if it storms.
30% chance of rain today.
Yeah, how's
It might happen.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm not worried about the gold rusting, so.
It's books.
You're not worried about the books getting rained on. You're worried about the horse doing something. I don't know.
You don't know. That horse might eat the books.
Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
As you're arguing on the deck about where to store all of this equipment, there's a sort of noise coming from the water off the side of the ship. A bubbling.
Okay.
I want to look.
I'm gonna panic because last time that shit happened, we had skeletons blow up the ship.
Yeah.
You could see.
I'm calling them right now. That's Betty.
You could see big bubbles bursting on the surface, and there's some like a large looming shadow under the water. It seems to be coming closer.
Guys, we got some sort of sea monster underneath us, or skeletons.
Can't the world just leave us alone for a minute?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I was literally brought back earlier today.
The last thing we need is a giant turtle again. I can't with this place. This planet.
Okay, but the turtle might like us now.
I'm going to... What the hell am I going to do without any armor?
You're going to not die again is what you're going to do.
I'm going to certainly try not to, and I will put on the helmet and prepare for battle. Have my stick, my shield, and my coat, and my helmet.
Why don't you stand on the stairs so if this is a fight, you can go get Arvistan?
Oh, I'm gonna be more towards the middle of the ship. I'm not gonna be near the edges, for sure.
Okay.
Is anyone going to stay near the edge of the ship?
We didn't yell check on this ship. I'm gonna be kind of. I want to see, not like at the edge, like bending over.
Okay.
But I'm
Oh
not
no,
gonna
I'm definitely looking
leave.
over the side.
Agitate. You just
I
learned
got
how
it.
to swim.
No, I can't. I can't have more blow up skeletons. I need to know what this is.
It reaches the surface and breaks through. It launches up above the railing deck part of your ship. It sort of like bursts out and then slams back down on the surface of the water. Um, it's another ship. It's a weird patchwork, like looks almost like a quilt of wood. Um, and there are weird slatherings of like black tar across all of the seams in different places. And you can see that there's like tar pasted around some of the entryways into the hold uh, in various portions. Um, the door that goes below the decks has like a sticky, like schluck sound as it starts to open, and then it pops out. Uh, a sea elf comes out from underneath the deck of the ship. And he says, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Oh, goodness. I'll call down. Arvistan, your friend's here.
Hey, hey, how are you?
Hey, your boat goes underwater.
Oh, this is not my boat.
Are you not staying?
What's this is a question of ownership. This isn't my boat. This belongs to the captain.
I forgot what it was like to talk to you.
How are you doing? How's Arvistan?
He's depressed. You should go get him.
Oh, he's always like depressed all the time.
But this is like for real depressed, not like pretend depressed.
Hey, could you like throw a rope or something?
Yeah, for sure. I'm assuming there's a rope on the ship.
Yeah, we got a few. Our post will climb up the side of the ship. Betty pokes her head out from her little captain's cabin, but she doesn't leave her ship. She looks up at you and just kind of like quick waves. She puts her hands on her hips. She doesn't really know what to do with her hands. And she's standing there waiting. And she's kind of looking around. Arapost comes up on the deck. He sees everybody. He's like, "Oh, weird horse, man."
You
So,
want a horse?
You should pet him.
oh, uh, it doesn't look like a normal kind of horse.
It's really impolite to not pet that horse.
This one's a land horse, no
Yeah,
sea horse.
it's got like weird sticks that it's on. Do you put all your animals on sticks so they can walk around?
Never seen
Mhm.
one.
That's really weird, man. I don't want to touch you.
It's okay, man. You don't have to touch it.
Wow, he sure has survival instinct.
It's really important to know what's okay to do and what's okay not to do. And most of the time, it's not okay to do something.
Arvistan,
I used to be underneath the water, and when you're on top of the water, everything is going to kill you. So you have to be sure not to risk yourself. So, yeah. I guess I could do some more talking. Yeah, so we fixed the ship.
I can see that. If you want, you can go down and like roust Arvistan.
I had this cool idea that was like totally my idea. That it would be cool if there was a ship that could go underwater.
did it work?
Well, because the ship was already underwater, like I think we were already halfway there. So we just tried to make it so that there could be air inside of the ship when it goes under the water. So we put a lot of tar and stuff on it.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's really like sticky now, but it kind of works. You can go underwater for like a little bit.
Does it stick to things and carry stuff in the water?
The sticky is so that the water doesn't come in.
Where were you guys headed before we reached out?
We were going to a. There's like a place for land people,
Mhm.
like a land village that the captain wanted to go to. So that's where we were going to go.
You went with her?
Oh yeah. Um, I don't know. She's pretty cool. So I thought it might be cool to like, I had this cool idea. Like most sea elves like to stay in the place where they were born, but I had this idea for myself that I might want to like explore the world a little bit. And I thought a good way to do that would be like as a sailor. Um, not like a weird job like that doesn't go places like I don't know
Like a chef?
yeah, like that's a good example. That's not what I was going to say, but that's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, a chef. Not really makes sense for travel, but a sailor is going everywhere.
Yeah.
You're the smartest person I think I've ever met.
Thanks. That's a pretty good compliment. Especially, um, I think you've only been to the one village, but and I guess on the land with all the weird land people, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm like maybe the smartest person in the whole Kraken pools, I think. So yeah,
I believe you.
it's nice to see that you are still alive. Um, we've got
Good that you
everything
came
set
now.
up already. All the chairs are set up. Um, so they're all ready to go whenever you're ready. It's your big day, so however you want to do it.
Our big day,
Oh yeah,
The wedding.
the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding that you're going to be having.
You
but
know,
Uh,
there is no rush. Like we
when
did not put out a save the date. We just tried to get ready what we could get ready beforehand.
I
Arvisan's being really shy below deck, it would I would really appreciate it if you could go get him. He can't see me.
Oh well, sometimes when he is depressed, he's not fun to talk to. So I thought I might wait till he cheer himself up.
You
I don't know if that's how that's going to work. I will look over at Betty. How you doing?
Ready to go.
As
What's
we move
up?
our, would you be opposed to us burning this ship as we leave?
No, burn it.
Sick. Get on, Stan. Let's go.
We just wanted to make sure that you didn't want it before we did.
My ship goes underwater now.
I saw that. It's pretty cool.
I've got it
Way
set
better.
up the way I like it. This one's too big. That's for a lot of people. I don't want a lot of people.
That makes sense.
All right,
Uh,
can we bring a weird fucking horse?
Fuck no.
We can't,
No.
we can't bring that horse, guys.
That's okay. I will start gathering stuff and like bring it across.
Okay. Do you guys need any help loading your stuff up?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
If you can
could,
help.
I could help you working on that. Um, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna manage.
Supervise?
Hmm.
Okay. Crave, are you moving stuff also?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna leave Armstead.
Give him a few minutes.
More minutes to mourn with his little chicken.
It'll take you probably about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to get all this stuff loaded up. Mostly the books is what takes a long time. You kind of wrap some of them up with twine so that they're just like big stacks hold together as one big thing. But they're heavy, so it takes a little bit of time. Betty is patient, but also not.
I mean, I will show her that I am for sure trying to get stuff at a fairly. I'm not like
Yeah.
dawdling.
Well, she's not gonna.
Use
She
the
doesn't say
horse.
anything about it. She's not actually going up onto Sequus's ship to get stuff. She definitely does not want to do that. There is at least one point when you all are depositing stuff onto Betty's ship and getting ready to go back up onto Sequus's ship to get more supplies that you will see his horse looking over the railing down at you.
He wants to come.
And Betty is like, no way.
What are we supposed to do with the horse?
Leave him.
But I want
He
to burn
really
the
wants to
ship.
come.
Then burn the horse. I'm not taking that thing. Look at it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Where's your other horse? That one was better.
It's looking worse right now.
It may have fallen from the sky.
That's not your horse, is it?
No.
Something
No.
happened to your... Okay.
No, this is another horse that something bad has happened to.
Our
May
other
I-
horse exploded.
Yes, may I gently suggest not asking about the horse or the wolf once we get our stand back over here?
Oh, I forgot there was a wolf.
Yes, not anymore.
Well, that's a shame. That said, there's something unnatural about that horse that I don't want on my ship.
Its hair's pretty now. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm speaking through my druidic sense. That's anti-nature, not coming with me.
It is undead. You are correct.
All the more reason.
Anti-nature. I've never heard it said that way. All right.
Yeah, for real.
Shell, can you go get
Shell's
Husk?
been with Arvistan this whole time.
Shell, get Husk.
Can't understand.
Oh, he'll come with.
Okay, is that everything?
Did I get everything?
Yeah, all the stuff that was all piled up has been transported now.
All right, I'm gonna go get his sorry ass.
Okay. Arpos will come with you.
Sorry ass, damn.
So, you might have to carry him. I can help you with that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't want. He needs to cheer himself up, so we're just going to relocate.
Yeah, sometimes we've tried really hard. Sometimes when Aristan is getting depressed to try to cheer him up, but it is very difficult, and sometimes you just need to give him a little bit of time to work it out on his own.
All right. Well,
But if you're going to burn the ship, then he will die in fire. So we should get him first.
yeah, that's what I really mean. Yeah.
When you come in, Shell will turn her head to look at you, and you will see that Husk is making a little play nest out of Arvistan's hair.
Oh,
That's adorable.
Arvistan.
Yes. What's up?
Get up, we gotta go now.
What do you mean we gotta go? We have
You can be
nowhere to
sad
go.
in a different location. We gotta go.
Hey, Arslan, how's it going? How are you?
Where? What's happening right now? Is he just another ghost or something like that that we have to
What
deal
are you
with?
What are you talking about? There's no one else here with me.
Okay, then I'm
I'm
losing my mind.
I am here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So
good joke, but
you
I
don't
am
see
also
my
here.
you don't see my stupid friend next to you, Arapos.
Arbos, where?
Right here.
Who's our post?
Okay.
That's me.
I guess I'm losing my mind.
There's like a
But
little bird
anyways,
on your hair, man.
shut up, Arapos. You're not real. Anyway,
I am like the
what's
realest person.
happening?
The realest person.
What is happening? Where are we going?
We're leaving.
Uh,
Betty's here.
Yes, we're going to light this ship on fire, man.
Yeah, with the
Betty's
freaky
here.
horse on it, apparently.
I did never see a fire before, so I'm pretty
Wait,
excited to see what it looks like.
did you just hear
That's fair.
Arapos saying and talking about putting fire to the boat? So
What?
he's real.
I just said we're gonna light the boat on fire. Are you not? Dang.
Yes, because Arapos said it first before you, so he's actually real.
Azurte, be careful with your big bird. It looks like it's going to eat me.
I just get up the bed and just slap Arapos and see if he's real or not.
He can be slapped. You'll feel the sting in your palm. Hey, man, what
Uh,
was that for? What
I
the
just
hell,
needed,
man?
I just needed to check if you were real or not.
Oh,
Shit.
there's like another way. You could just like hug me or something.
Yeah, you could hug
Nah.
him. You could give him a big hug. He's wet though. He was underwater or something.
Man, all this
I'll
guy ever does is slapping people.
It's okay. I just give him a hug and then grab Husk and start walking out
Are you
upstairs.
just gonna leave Husk on your head?
No, I just grabbed him.
Oh.
He holds Husk like a baby cradled in one arm.
Yeah. While just scratching under his neck.
I thought maybe traveling with these friends would make you to stop slapping people. That's like abusive. It's not okay. Arpos follows behind you, just kind of rubbing his cheek.
Will you relocate the man? I got him. He's here. Our post didn't want him to burn in a horrific fire, so.
Betty will look up from her ship. Is that a baby?
We got another bird.
Gimme.
That's
I
not
just
a thing.
I hand Husk to Betty.
She'll fix it.
Betty just snuggles the little baby bird. And Betty's a halfling, so Husk is like a bit bigger next to her. She just cradles him and pets him and smothers him with kisses. She just likes little baby animals.
Oh,
That's understandable.
motherly instinct, huh, Betty?
He's so cute.
Yeah. He saved our lives. He convinced a god not to just be sad.
He's so cute. I want to die.
Oh, okay. We don't have time for you to die.
You can bring as many baby birds on my boat as you want.
Promise.
I turn
Do you
around
have more?
I can maybe get more.
I turn around and I look at the horse. I'm like, he's staring down at us. Is he coming with us?
No.
I've been looking down for like a while. It's okay.
Can we stop talking about the horse because I'm
Why?
really sad about what we're about to do and I don't want to think about it anymore.
I just look at the horse and like, bye, horse. I hope you have a better life. I turn around and just try to find a corner and just sit down in the corner.
Well,
Okay, are you gonna burn it or leave it?
Oh, we're for sure gonna burn it. I am at first going to try to cast Dispel Magic on the horse, though.
Oh no! I'm
You
so concerned but happy about what's about to happen.
when you cast Dispel Magic on the horse, it does not seem to do anything. There is no effect.
he's gonna look through that fire.
All right.
He's gonna wander underwater, you guys. He's gonna live.
Well,
Better there than on my ship.
okay, I will go up to the railing wherever once we are not attached to Sequus' ship anymore. And I will cast Burning Hands and just shoot out a bunch of fire.
It catches. It's not a huge conflagration immediately, but it starts burning enough that you think it will continue to burn. Do you guys want to stay nearby to make sure it goes down?
I will also cast Flaming Strike on one end of it.
We're shooting fire at it.
Well,
To
if we're
light
all
it
gonna
up.
have fun, I would like to kaboom.
Shatter part of it?
Yeah.
What do you want to shatter?
The lower end.
Oh, like under the
Right in the
water?
middle.
Open it
middle.
up like a pinata full of body
Just like-
parts.
I want to Titanic this thing.
Yeah, you could shatter a portion of it. It doesn't just like have a sphere that disappears, but it like a bunch of it snaps and splinters. It's huge timbers that make up the whole of the ship. So they crack, water starts seeping in. You can see the ship slowly start to go down. When the fire gets to the deck and catches the sails, is when it really goes up. You can see the whole ship light aflame. It's starting to get darker now, so the ship is like the brightest source of light in the sea as you watch it go up. The center mast snaps and breaks, and that whole part comes slashing down, and it hits the deck and erupts this burst of sparks and flame that sort of illuminates silhouettes. The horse still standing at the edge, looking past the railing, just watching your ship.
Why are you doing this to me, Tate? I want to absorb as much satisfaction of watching the ship get destroyed as possible.
I'm dying for this horse to jump over here. I really am.
Well, as the whole thing burns and sinks, it eventually will be too dark to see the horse on the ship as it plummets below the waves.
Bye. I hope you don't live through that.
There's gonna be a horse walking around at the bottom of the ocean.
That would be the worst.
No, I'm sorry, a horse standing there at the bottom.
It wouldn't even turn into a skeleton. It would just stay creepy self.
Betty will say, "I was going to Corenia."
That's the game plan.
Sounds good, thanks.
I don't know if you're aware, though, Corenia is currently occupied.
It was previously occupied.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Internum completely took over and probably killed a ton of people and kicked half of them out of the city.
Well, that's not great. I didn't really get along with Corenia in the first place.
How do you feel about Tenegriel?
I've only heard stories. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. They talk about her with internum.
What they do?
Sure.
Who is they?
People, just whoever.
So is because we don't know much about the internum or Tenegriel for that matter.
Yeah, what have you heard in I guess cahoots with each other?
Just Tenagriel's like a dark goddess, and Internum's like a dark nation. So it kind of makes sense that they'd be involved together.
Fair enough.
Well, we didn't connect those things.
We did not.
It's so simple.
What does
Uh,
Tenagriel do? Does she have like superpowers?
we think so.
Damn.
Her followers are usually surrounded by so much darkness that you don't know where they are, like ever.
Well, that's not good. Can you see in the dark?
Nope, I have to make light.
I guess stay in the light then.
It's going to be very interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to stay on my ship though when we get there.
That is the anticipation, yes.
And I'm going to keep the elf.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You like him?
I just the whole waterproofing underwater thing. I don't really have a system to take care of on my own yet. So I need a hand until I can figure that out.
Wait, did he really come up with that idea?
Yeah, it's pretty messy. You might want to watch your step walking around. It doesn't work very well either.
Ah,
We could stay under for maybe an hour, but it's leaking the whole time.
hmm. Well, warn us, I guess, when
Yeah,
you're gonna.
stuff's a little waterlogged below deck, so be careful if you head down that way.
Okay.
Honestly, it's pretty miraculous that we got the ship back up on the surface in the first place.
You did a hell of a job.
So I'm not mad that it's wet. It was at the bottom of the ocean for a while.
Super fair. If it works on the water, that's more than we really had, so
Well, I'm going to get back to manning the ship.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
Thank you for coming back for us.
Yeah, and she'll go into her
Bye.
captain cabin and shut the door behind her.
Very awkward. I think we bonded over baby birds, though. That works. I didn't know she liked babies so much.
Lexi's cute.
I just don't know why that never crossed my mind that it doesn't seem like her thing.
I don't think we've seen a lot of cute things since we met her.
I don't think we've seen any cute things really since we met her.
Yeah. Well, we're on a journey again. How long's it gonna take us to get there? Is it still going to be 2 weeks?
Be a little bit less. Betty's ship is different, a little more streamlined now. And our post knows a little bit about underwater currents. So for at least short periods of time, they should be able to submerge and catch one of those currents like you all did to get to the Kraken pools in the first place, and should be able to shave off a little bit of time as they're moving.
Ooh. Weird submarine. They did say they had submarines.
He did say that.
Armstead said that, but they did not have submarines then.
It was my imagination trying to sound cool.
It is a bit ironic that you now have had a submarine in the Kraken pools.
I know,
Just
right?
like you said.
What are the odds?
Arapos has claimed that it was all his idea from the beginning.
Of course.
That means you've never mentioned that there could be a boat that goes underwater.
Marcos also said this is the first time he saw fire, and you said you cook with fire underwater.
That tells me you have tall tales about your health.
But it depends on how you define fire, right? Because Arbstan and his village did have geothermal vents, so they had heat, which is basically all fire is.
Yeah, what God said.
That is, if you're even able to talk to Arbstan at this point.
I'm zoned out.
Now, because the ship is much smaller, if I remember correctly, it was just like a pretty basic ship, and my guess is that they did not make it any bigger after all the repairs and stuff.
It is not bigger. If anything, it has gotten slightly smaller in some areas.
That makes sense.
So mostly the cargo is the stuff that you just got from Sequus' ship, and it takes up a lot of the space.
I come back to my senses for a second. It's like, so, where are we headed now?
Going to Corenia, friend.
Okay. Just go back to zoning out and just stare at the floor.
Hey, did you ever think that maybe you might want to try summoning a different animal?
Nah.
The only reason I mention it is we have a lot of time right
I mean, for now, I just don't want anyone. I'm okay how I am right now.
now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk away. I don't know how to comfort people.
So, Arvistan's weird, like, land dog is gone, yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
Divine intervention.
Oh, okay. So, like, it got killed by Seavine. I got it.
I don't know what a sea vine is.
Sometimes they call it, like, kelp. But it's, like, plants under the water. And if you get yourself stuck in it really bad, that's it. I'll bet it could get land stuff real bad, too. Because if they get stuck under the water and they cannot breathe the water, that's the end for them. I guess the vines intervene.
Oh,
Not really.
it's vine intervention.
No. Divine is like the gods. Arvistan had died, and then was brought back, by a god that changed.
That was
How-
fantastic.
Essentially traded his wolf for him.
Okay. I don't really know what most of that stuff means.
She loved him so much she gave up her life to save his. So now she's not here.
Okay. I don't know that anybody did that for Iristan before.
I can't imagine that would happen too often down there.
Well, some people who died, uh, and sometimes the people who had died were protecting somebody, uh, because the undead would come, from the land. But yeah, I don't think ever for Iristan.
It's a tough sacrifice for anyone to make.
I mean, she's lost him a multitude of times, so.
Yeah, okay. And you guys are going now to fight like a war?
That is correct.
Well, I guess Iristan is too sad to be on the team, so it's going to be me.
Oh,
I
we
can
weren't
fight
looking for a
undeads
seal.
for under the water for so long. I'm pretty good with a fishing spear, so
We don't need a sea elf replacement.
are you sure?
Racist.
I'm pretty sure if anyone was going to replace him, they would need to be at least.
I don't know what you were about to say. If you
I
were
was
trying
going to
to
say a ranger.
like as weak as he is, then maybe. But I'm like pretty strong and good at fighting.
All right, well, can you shoot a bow and arrow?
No, of course not.
Well,
No, I cannot shoot a bow and arrow. I can kill a skeleton.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, that is pretty important.
We're looking for archery specifically.
No, there's probably something more helpful than archery if we're picking.
I'm just
You
offering.
know how to pick?
How are you with the javelin?
I'm offering my help. I didn't know I was going to have to do an audition.
It's okay. I think Arvishan will come around. We've got a few weeks before we get to Corenia.
I don't know.
I mean, plus Betty has claimed you.
You guys seem pretty close now.
Oh, I don't talk to her.
Oh, that's probably why she likes you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been like kind of a little bit lonely because I've really been looking for somebody to talk to, and she don't like to talk very much. So it's kind of exciting to have other people on the ship for talking to. So yeah.
Anyone else? Just you and her?
Oh, nobody else want to come. They just want to go
Oh.
home.
That makes sense.
Plus, it was taking a lot of work to set up the venue, so they needed help back at home.
Yep. Boy, how welcoming the families in the Kraken pools are.
They do what they can. Not a lot of outsiders trying to marry in, so make for a bigger village. That's good news for everybody.
Well, we have some other things we need to solve before wedding.
What do you need to solve? I'm very good at ideas. I can bounce them off of you.
We're going to war.
Yeah, we need to win the war first.
Okay, well, I have fought a skeleton, so that's basically a war, right?
Yep.
Kind of.
You want to break their bones.
I do want to break their bones. We're at least on the same page there.
What if it's not a skeleton?
Oh, I don't know about anything but a skeleton. Uh, maybe get. Oh, that's really tough. Can you make it so that they are a skeleton?
No. Well, I mean,
Once they're dead.
Holy
being
shit.
insects, they would kind of be a skeleton, right?
Speaking of skeletons, have before you left, was there less attacks on your town?
Oh, well, there was a big group that came while I was out taking care of the ship. Um, but they were all disjointed, um, like they didn't know what they were doing. So I don't know if they were even really trying to attack. They just kind of got pushed to the side. They went somewhere else.
Were those Sequis's damn skeletons?
I was thinking they might have been Yord's damn skeletons.
It's possible.
Unlike with Freyr leaving and taking Yord with him, the skeletons are just kind of aimless now.
All right, but the big old skeletons that blew up our ship, I don't think that had anything to do with Njord.
No, that I would probably agree with. Speaking of, I wonder if our frost giant friend is alive.
What is that?
We could call him.
A frost giant is like a really, really big person.
Like one of those big skeletons, but with meat on it, and as a person.
We could call Yoimir, but we need to set up
I don't know about really big
line of
skeletons.
conversation in 25 words.
Okay, the topic would be, are you alive?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Topic 2, what you doing?
yeah, next topic. What are you doing? You have 25 words.
Ah. Well, we can try.
Do it.
All right. Yoimir. It's Hashote. I would like to propose some topics. Topic 1, how are you? Topic 2, where are you? It's good.
No answer.
No shit. Well, everyone, he might be dead.
If there just wasn't a reason for me to hate Sequus anymore, and now I just do.
He could be on another plane
Like he was banished, could be,
or dead.
or dead.
I just look him to the side. More likely dead. And look down.
Not everyone's dead, Arvistan.
That's
Most-
too much sad for me. I'm gonna go below decks and go take a nap or something. I want a pet husk.
Husk is not leaving Arvistan while he's in this state. So you
I will
can
give-
pet him, but he will stay there.
I'm gonna give him a few little scritches and then I'm gonna go take a nap or something.
Okay.
Write in my journal, maybe.
Oh. I'm gonna sift through some of those books while I have the time.
Sure. Yeah. Ravi, any plans for the voyage here?
Not really. I'm probably just gonna sit and stew and be angry.
You're writing your plans. Stay angry. At least 1 week.
I'm probably thinking about how I'm going to get into the city. Ways to break into my old church. Ways that I'm gonna burn Tenegriel to the ground. You know, those kind of things.
Spicy.
We did talk before about calling Jade before we got there.
Oh no. Jade.
She could maybe tell us if we could get in through the sewers or not.
No, I was just worried about her being dead. Robbie, you want to say hi to Jade while we're sitting here?
I'm sorry, what?
Jade, Robbie.
What about her?
Give her a call, dude.
Oh, okay.
Ed.
I will send a message to Jade.
Okay.
Hey, ask her how to get in the city if she's got a secret shortcut.
Are you in Corenia? Are you okay? Could we sneak in? Do you have a way? You have 25 words.
Okay. She will say, Sudsy is leading a resistance. If you can sneak in, we can meet in the sewer. If not, give a fake name. We'll find you.
I actually got some good news, guys. For once.
Good news?
Good news. Sudsy is leading a resistance in Corenia. Apparently they're gathering inside the sewers if we can sneak in. If not, give some sort of fake name and they will find us.
They keep saying fake name. Are they expecting us? Also, if we were to show up and they were asking for us, why on earth would we tell them who we are?
I think it's more like if there's no applicable way for us to sneak in, then we do our thing.
Hajite and company are Corenian diplomats and technically government officials.
That's true.
You are important members of the Corenian ruling body. They would know about you. They have the council. They may have gotten information from them. So Interna may know who you are.
But do they know what we look like, though?
Potentially, you
We
are.
blend in so well.
Yeah, pretty striking. Arvistan especially is half tree. No one else
Yeah.
looks like that. There's only one
Yeah,
other
that is
person
true.
that is
I
part
was gonna
tree.
say.
And that person is not of import to the government.
Well, all right, we have a plan, I guess. I guess she doesn't know how to sneak in and expects us to figure that part out.
I was thinking we just kind of sail the ship, we jump off the back, we water breathe, and we swim underneath.
Okay,
We can get that close.
if that'll get
Hopefully.
us to the sewer. Hopefully, Internum isn't somehow fish people.
How far are we from Corenia? Weeks?
Still a few weeks.
Well, you could probably get really close if you come underwater.
That's a great idea, actually.
Hey, thank you.
I'm full of great ideas.
You are
Like-
kind of full of great ideas.
Like I had this idea that the ship could go underwater, so that's where I got the idea that you could be on the ship when the ship goes underwater.
I bet you didn't think about it, Arbos.
I really did though. It was like a crazy good idea. I was like, "Hey, Captain Betty, like, I had just thought of something. When we put this ship back together, we can make it so that it go underwater." And she was like, "That doesn't make any sense. That's so stupid." And I was like, "All we have to do is make it so that it's like a bubble, and then we can make it go under." Um, but it's really hard. Um,
Is Betty around here or she's on her
she's in
like
the cabin. She kept the
cabin?
cabin, taking care of things.
Um, Arvestan, she actually did say things that lead me to believe that he did come up with that.
It was on my idea, and no one ever even thought about it.
I highly doubt it, but okay.
He's starting to sound like his old self, putting Arpos down.
Um, I understand. Are you sub like subconsciously upset at Arpos for taking the credit for the submarine?
Somewhat, but I just don't care that much.
Do you care a little bit? Like, does it bother you?
Nah, not really. Like right now, in the state that Arvison is, he doesn't care.
Hmm. Husk will bite him.
When I see it, I just smirk and like.
Oh no, you're supporting it.
And then he'll kind of strut back to Arvistan and sit down next to him. Arpos will be like, "Ah, dang, Arvistan! Oh, I tell you, you're an abusive man. Keep your dog away from me."
Hey, it's your fault.
I didn't do nothing. Just being helpful.
Exactly. I don't know how helpful you are, Arpos.
And I'm coming up with so many good ideas.
Give me one that resists my wolf.
Even your Robbie said so.
I mean, in this case, he's right. Like
You're
the idea and the wherewithal to be able to make the ship go underwater.
Yeah, the trick is that when there is cracks, you put tar on. Then the water can't get in.
Give me a great idea on how I can bring my wolf, and I'll say yes, it was all your idea.
Where
Man,
do
I
you get
don't
the
even know
tar?
what you're talking about.
This is depressing.
Where do you get the tar?
Oh, you have to dig up, like really deep under the water to get to a place where there's tar, like underground.
Did
There's
you
like,
bring a lot?
well, there's like elephants and stuff in there too.
What?
What's an elephant?
What?
It's like a big animal. Well, it kind of looked like a skeleton,
Ah,
but like a big old head. Is that what you meant when you were talking about like a giant skeleton? Because they don't move.
Are you talking about a whale?
Uh, I don't know what it is you mean, but it could maybe be. Because land people use weird words sometimes.
Do you really call it an elephant?
That's language. Sometimes it's like Elvish is different.
Elvish.
Are there like elephants that are not dead under the water?
There's not in the village.
No, I didn't see any. I meant when I said big skeletons, we ran into ones that were people shaped, but real big,
You're like 7 feet tall.
at least. I don't remember.
More like 25.
Oh, I've never seen one as big like that.
Hmm. That's good, I guess. Confusing.
It's not really that confusing when you think about, because people are not that big, so there are not going to be skeletons that are that big. Kind of makes sense. But I'm like an amateur scientist, so maybe that's like something that only happens when you are a scientist. You think about.
I wouldn't say you're an amateur. I think you are a scientist.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should speak with more confidence.
You should. You very confidently said water elephant, so.
No, you
When
said
you
elephant.
when you know something, you know it. So there's not really two ways about it. Ah, well, okay. What else do you guys want to talk about? Maybe something. I feel like I could talk for like hours.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to reading.
Ah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can read too.
Ooh, good. People read quietly.
He just like
That's confident.
grabs a book and just opens it up to the middle and just looks at it for a long time.
I will actually read some of the stuff, like go through some of the old writings and things.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here amongst Sequus's collection of books and notes that Father Gregor would consider like treasured artifacts. It'd be the kind of thing that he would want to like store and keep for posterity, like he did with some of the weapons that you guys brought back from Tarsaria. Some of it's just old translations of Freyr texts that you've already read, uh, like his version of like a Bible or some kind of like other holy work. They're just older versions, older editions have like slight discrepancies in them from what you're used to. That for a scholar might entirely change the meaning, but at a cursory glance seems to be pretty much the same thing. Um, you still have all that stuff about Sequus's weird plans on different necromantic techniques and different spells that he would use to raise the dead in various ways. He has a lot of musings. You can see in some of his sort of notes that he seems to have put less importance on just kind of observations, that he has raised a lot of things and abandoned them. It's kind of typical of him to do a lot of practice, a lot of experimentation on large groups of corpses, and learn whatever he can from them and then just move on. And so the evidence becomes clear that he did this in Dole when you went there, a small village outside of Corenia. He was practicing a lot of raising techniques there,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of walked out and left with it. And since the statue of Warden is there, that he was also probably paying homage to um, his boyfriend before he left. He was probably doing this in the forest when you met him there, because there were other undead wandering around that he just didn't seem concerned with.
I asked him about it. He's like, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
We
He
did,
he wasn't
technically.
wrong.
Yeah.
And all of that was
Eventually,
just
we did.
yeah, kind of in service to him trying to discover his soul transfer spell to be able to bring Warden back to life. He was just kind of practicing to make sure that he could do what he needed to do to get Warden into Ravi's body.
Oh man.
It's a long trip, so in order to create a new or bond with a new animal companion, Arvistan would have to make an offering of food and interact with his new animal companion for at least 8 hours. You have done that.
Oh, I knew it.
Yep, I saw that coming.
So I'll ask you that you can reject this if you want. Would you like to make Husk your new animal companion?
He's a baby. It would be awesome, but
He would use the Velociraptor stat block.
Oh,
what's the Velociraptor stat block?
It's just like a tiny beast. It's not like Jurassic Park Velociraptor that's like 6 feet long, but like an actual Velociraptor, which is really more like the size of a turkey. Um, he'd get pack tactics, which means he gets advantage if he's got somebody next to him. And just like bite and claw. It's not complicated.
Nah.
Okay.
oh, he's a little raptor.
I mean, yeah, but imagine if we use him. He probably has like 10 health or something like that.
Oh, we
And look
we
at
we bump him up like we did with Luna. Like he'd level up to replace that section.
He would evolve right in front of your eyes.
so if I say yes and all that stuff, what, like, how much health would he have?
I'd have to roll it out. Like I haven't done that because I didn't know if you wanted him or not.
It's not like you need to sign on with him and keep him permanently.
No, I know. Hmm.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
There's no downside to that.
I would say yes, but I'll be acting as I don't know this yet because I'm in my depression thinking of Luna, and I just like I'm I'm not even like paying attention. I'm just scratching him, just spaced out,
Okay.
and hopefully Shell doesn't kill me.
Shell did not want him to be a warrior.
Shell wouldn't care either way. Like whether Husk was a companion of yours or not. If she was going to kill you, she'd kill you.
Yeah, it's not any different.
But now she has more of a reason to do it than she had before.
So
Just
she respects
because.
her son's wishes. I mean, what he does is what he wants to do. The Shell family is headstrong and individualistic.
That
They-
checks out.
The
That
Shell
100% checks out.
They make their own choices.
Does that mean his full name is Husk Shell?
You named it. You can call him whatever you want. Mario.
The Shell family. Well, if he's really going to be a companion to Arvistan, Husk picks what Husk wants.
I mean, his name's not gonna change. I'm not gonna change it. So.
Ooh. Keeping Husk.
Yep.
Rainbow bird with Black feet.
Do we have any major plans for the voyage? It's going to take us a little bit less than 2 weeks with Betty's ship.
That's right. We don't have any sea problems like we have on top. We're always underwater.
You just
I
kind of
Not
go in
always.
between. It's just easier
Yeah.
to avoid stuff.
Yep.
I don't know what we're going to run into, but if we get like all the way there fairly quickly, the night before we expect to land, I would want to run a ritual.
Yeah. Let's jump over there then. Unless anybody like for the next like week, let's say 10 days. Um, if anybody had any plans for stuff they were trying to do, or if it was just like a mental preparation time. Um,
No, I would mostly just be looking over stuff. I mean, I just got this vast information of knowledge that I've never seen before, and
yeah. Once we get in there, there's not really a good getting out. So if you have anything you want to take care of before going to Corenia, now would be the time to do it.
actually, one of the nights I would want to run a ritual with. I'd ask Haas to run a ritual to try to summon Warden.
Yeah,
We could do that.
that was the plan.
Oh, that was the same
Um,
Excellent.
plan? Okay.
um, when I hear them talking about Warden whenever they got summoned and other stuff, I remember seeing. Holy shit! What was his name? Cowboy guy, Ray. There we go.
Ray.
A glimpse of Ray whenever Warden was summoned, and I bring it up to Ravi and see if he remembers about that, and like,
Did I remember that?
You also saw that.
Yeah, I remember ish that. It was confusing because I was all in the ghost world, of course, or we were in the ghost world, but yeah.
now that makes me think: is Ray acting like Warden because he was there for a second, but then he just disappeared?
I don't think so. I think the way her spell works, it calls forth a spirit, and because 99% of the time, Hazote is more than likely looking to call Ray. Ray was looking to step forward as he's always been called, but because she was calling for Warden, Warden kind of cut him off, so to speak.
Hmm. Okay. I thought he might be playing some type of trick on us. I was just wondering what you thought about that.
I think he is kind of shady, but I don't think this was a trick by him.
And that makes me think, was he one of the companions of Zequist
I don't
and
think so.
trying to come back to life?
Judging by how old he is, he would probably predate Sequus by at least a while. Now, whether he was alive during that time, it's hard to say. We could ask Warden if we can summon him.
It would be interesting because what if he's just been lying to us on the things he has told us, and he's just trying to get revenge somehow, and we don't know this. He's just using us.
Um, in light of recent events, I think it is possible that he is using us as a means to an end. I would go so far to say that he is. I don't necessarily know if he is lying because he's clearly a very powerful magical user, just judging by the spells he's able to give Hazote. Um, but I mean, I think he's upfront that in exchange for these spells, he wants a body he can command to come back to the living. Uh, in that regard, I think he's actually been fairly upfront with us.
Okay.
Now,
Don't
whether
want
he would be our friend when he comes back, that's a different question.
don't want it to be another Sequits type of stuff again.
Me either. but unfortunately, as seems to be the case a lot recently, we don't really have much choice.
Okay.
But we'll keep an eye on it.
What skull do we want to use to summon Warden?
Mm. Well, the vampire skull worked last time.
Probably put the helmet on the skull.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. We'll do that.
Okay. Is there a specific spell we're looking for? Remember, getting Warden is easier to do with divination.
Mhm.
Well, no, or like the Revivify was, I think, what we used last time, which was a necromancy spell.
Yeah, I was trying to see what divination spells were particularly geared towards clerics. Just now. And it is difficult for me to tell. Ravi, you got anything? Divination?
I mean, I've got a lot of cool divination spells. Is something you're looking for?
Does that mean that Ravi would be the one summoning Ray?
No.
No, but me and Warden have a similar spell list.
Gotcha.
Locate creatures, not bad.
Locate creature is pretty good. The spell divination itself is pretty good, both of those are 4th level.
That's true. We could do clairvoyance might be nice.
I mean, like, what level spell are you looking for?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It has to be four and below. 5 and below? I can do 5 now.
Nice. I think locate creatures are really pretty good
Well,
spell if you're looking for that.
Yeah, but is it useful when you have it? Do you see what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
I could still do that. I just we have
You could choose clairvoyance.
scrying
Scrying, but as in scrying 6th level?
5th. It's 5th level.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That would help if we're looking to get in somewhere.
5th.
But I just didn't know if you wanted to have a 5th level spell used on that. If you want to do a
Use a
small,
lot of necromancy.
Well, couldn't you always summon Warden before the night before, so you could do whatever summon for a spell you want
yeah,
right
that's true.
before we go
That
in,
makes
but
sense.
do Warden beforehand because we have like 2 weeks?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's true.
You cannot get a 5th level spell.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I can stick to. Yeah, we'll just do locate creature. It's fine.
Good.
All right, who's partaking in the ritual?
I will partake in the ritual.
Will.
Arvistan? Well, looks like Autopus is stepping in again.
Oh, Aripos! Don't freak out, okay?
I am like the chillest person, so I think I'm going to be okay.
You promise me you're the chillest person?
Like, have you ever seen anybody chiller than me about stuff? Like, about the skull that you're
You're
using
not gonna get scared.
it is really scary already.
You can't let go.
I am already scared, so I won't get more.
You can't. Listen. You cannot let go.
Maybe you want to tie our hands or something.
I'm trusting you.
Okay. I think it's going to be fine.
Okay.
There's really sharp teeth on the skull you're using. I think you might get a demon, but that's okay.
It's not a demon.
If you say so.
I want to put the helmet on the vampire skull.
You're making
Boy,
it
does that
stronger.
does that look silly, huh? I'm not making it stronger. It's not a demon.
And this is to get locate creature.
Yeah.
Okay, get your hands out for ritual time. Um, the spirit will possess the skull and lift it up, keep the helmet on top of it, and Warden will appear before you in his armor, in his old regalia. He'll say, "Is it done?"
Hello?
I see. And who have you lost?
Father Gregor?
This man was important to you.
Very.
I'm sorry.
It's not really your fault.
In a roundabout way, it sort of is. I don't know that I'll ever be able to shake that guilt.
That is part of the reason why we are reaching out. We were wondering if there might be a way to set you free and if that is something you would be interested in.
Whatever it is that binds me to this existence is powerful. It may be my own regret, which has only grown with the ages. My desire is secondary. I'm sure I will be released when Freyr and Yor deem it the time is right.
Dave is gone.
Oh, no.
Is that what happened?
He got
Yeah.
possessed by Ray.
Hello? I still see
I love
everybody.
Hashita's face right now.
This is how it
I feel like it's
happens.
very fitting right there.
Yeah.
I think Dimmy got frozen too. Oh God. This is what happened right at the end. At the turn of all things.
Exactly.
What did he tell you last?
That he
That
would.
Freyr and Jord would release him when.
Yep.
Oh, when they deem the time is right. That was the last thing I said.
That leaves me to a question. Do they judge what spirits move on? Or, like, because right now you're tethered to this helmet here. If we destroyed the helmet, would your tether be gone and you would float away?
I don't know what would happen to me then. I am held here by my mistakes. Choice isn't the right word, but my actions led to this. I'm here because of what I've done and what I have brought upon myself. Don't weep for me.
I
I
don't
don't.
know you, buddy.
I don't know if it's weeping, right? Freyr locked himself up for hundreds of years. Uh, but he learned that his regret and his, I don't know, sadness didn't help. And now he is back. I think it might be a worthwhile lesson for you.
I hope to speak with him about it. You're
So
asking for a spell? Or...
That one.
The two of you would want to speak, but
I guess he doesn't want to.
I could use locate creature. Sure.
I can grant it to you. If that's all there is.
He sounds just like me.
Robbie?
I'm going to try to free you. If you have a way to do it, speak it now, or else I will find a way.
Your choices are your own. Do as you will. I have no further information. I don't know exactly what binds me, but if you seek to undo it, that's your choice.
With any luck, the next time I see you will be in the great beyond. If not, may you rest easy. Oh, small side question. You don't know anybody by the name of Ray, do you?
I've never heard this name.
Didn't think so, but just want to double check.
And there he goes. Hashite will learn locate creature.
Woohoo!
He sounds more depressed than me.
I mean, you can have the Great Depression off if you want a competition, but I don't recommend it.
He's been
Maybe you
depressed
shouldn't-
for longer.
Take that. His depression's more powerful.
He was born into depression. You merely adopted it.
Wow.
You
I'm glad-
guys. He doesn't know him.
This could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, I didn't think he would, but I wanted to double check. I'm going to cast Detect Magic on the helmet.
I gotta check then. A thing.
Out of character. Have we thought of destroying the helmet and see if it actually helped?
I
What?
have.
Oh, destroying.
Yeah.
I thought about it, yes.
Just throwing. Like, have you tried just throwing the helmet?
I mean, because it makes me think, is there a way the Sequus can locate this helmet?
That's the concern, yeah.
There's a spell called Locate Object. It's a pretty low level spell.
The concern is he's gonna want it back if the soul is still attached.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, locate object, what's the distance of it? For example, 100 yards or something like that?
I think it's way bigger than that.
Robbie, this spell is Dispel Evil and Good.
That's the magic on the helmet.
That's the one you want to use to cast a spirit out of it. That's how you would cast if a person was possessed by a ghost. That's how you would remove the ghost from them.
What level spell is this?
5th, which means I can do it, so that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, hell yeah.
1,000 feet for locate object.
1,000 feet?
Yeah.
So if we chuck
Okay.
it into the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is he gonna know if we chucked it into the ocean or not?
Well,
Plus,
I think that's
you
part
know.
of why Robbie's trying to remove Warden's spirit from it. Because if we chuck it into the ocean while the spirit is still haunting it, then that traps Warden at the bottom of the ocean.
And
true.
just search for Warden. He'll find him.
I don't think he'll know if the spirit's not attached to it until he gets there, though.
Well, that's the point. I would rather not have the spirit in it.
I will try to cast a spell, Evil and Good. I assume this is the break enchantment part of the spell?
I gotta
Because
check the spell.
dismissal is technically an attack that I would make, and I would attempt to drive a creature back to its home plane, but I don't know if because the creature itself is in the helmet, do I just like have to toss up the helmet and hit it like a baseball? Like,
No, a melee spell attack doesn't necessarily have to be with a weapon.
that's true.
Just flick him on the forehead.
But that does seem to be attacking the creature and specifically sending that creature back. So break enchantment seems like the better one. It refers to a creature that is possessed. In this case, it'd just be an object that is possessed.
Yeah, I will break the enchantment.
Okay. You will get that sense that it is no longer haunted. There's not any external indication of that. You just kind of have a feeling that that's probably what happened. Basically, because you know the spell worked. Like you cast the spell and you did it. That you passed the magic through yourself. And it should have had the effect that you intended it for it to have. If you look through the sensor, you'd be able to see the ethereal plane and see if he's still bound to that helmet. That'd be the easiest way to like check.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Excellent.
Hajate, Warden is still there, but he is not stuck to the helmet. You could tell he is not tethered to it any longer.
Oh.
He sort of just looks at himself, and then he like lets out a silent sigh, and you could see his whole spirit just kind of like dissipate, like a cloud breaking up.
Okay. He's gone.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if that was a sigh of relief or a sigh of exasperation, but he evaporated. Is there anything else up here? Might as well take a look around.
There aren't any other spirits haunting Betty's boat.
All right.
I mean, there is a way we can check. I'm going to cast Sending to Warden. There's a 5% chance it doesn't arrive.
Because he's on another plane.
Correct.
Talking to dead people. Okay, well, 5% chance means you should be able to roll a d20, and if you get a 1, it will not go.
I got a 3, so it's not a 1. Message is going to be, you're released from the helmet. Did you pass on? If not, where are you?
Giddy.
So that's the question then, right? Because
Yep.
you've just looked into the ethereal plane and he's not on that plane. I'm going to leave this ambiguous. He either cannot or chooses not to respond.
Okay. He didn't respond, so I think that's a pretty good sign.
Well, he might not have wanted to move on.
I mean, he could have just said that if he would rather have stayed there and atoned or whatever.
Well, he seemed pretty riddled with guilt, so it comes with religion sometimes.
I know the feeling.
You want your thing back?
If you don't want it, I would be happy to take it back.
Oh, I absolutely want it. That wasn't the question.
Then keep it. I'm already attuned to 3 different items now that I'm using Sequis's staff for stuff.
Okay, cool, because I did want it.
Okay.
you should be able to approach the city tomorrow. So it's time to get a good night's sleep and get ready to see what you're getting into. In the
Huzzah.
morning, before you wake up, Betty will rouse you.
Were you summoning for a spell before we went?
I think Hajte was also trying to talk to Warden.
Okay.
So it was the same. They had the same idea.
Yeah. That's good.
What's up, Betty?
You're going to want to see this.
Can I just see it with my eyes closed?
That's not how it works. Come up on the deck.
I will come up on the deck.
Everybody that's going up to look, make a perception check.
Mm. 21! I have eyes today.
15.
And
22.
Okay. Hajte and Arvestan will be able to see the clearest. Everybody's going to see a little bit of something. You could see the city in the distance. Betty has slowed the approach so that you won't be spotted from the city. They don't want to get close enough that the ship can be seen that you're on. But the city is significantly larger, so you can see it from out here in the ocean. There is smoke rising from several spots within the city limits. You can see that there's also some coming from outside the city. Arvestan and Hajate, you can see that there are camps set up, tents, and semi-permanent dwellings outside the city that spread out. What might be considered like a large army camp. So they're set up outside of the city, potentially inside also. But the one thing that would strike everybody as a particularly shocking change to the skyline is that the palace up at the top of the city of Corenia has next to it a large metallic ship floating next to the palace with a little stairway connecting the ship to the palace itself.
Well, that's new.
It's aliens.
That's where we're going to call it for this week.
God damn.
wait.
Next week there's not D&D.
Correct. Not D&D
Correct.
next week.
Half these people are going to be in Florida.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome.
There's no D&D allowed in Florida.
Oh,
I'm gonna be doing
Banned it.
spooky stuff.
Take me.
different spooky stuff.
Spooky. Gonna be great.
So that's it for that. I'll put up a Husk stat block and we'll see how we feel about it.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
I'll have to make one up. Until then, that's another episode in the books. Bye-bye.